Tim Burton. He was born on August 25, 1958 in Burbank, California, United States. American director, screenwriter, and producer. Timothy William Burton is one of the geniuses when it comes to character creation, creating his own universe marked by mythomania, cultural recycling, and an enormous imagination, which we can see in Death's incredible worlds, stories out of the ordinary, fantastic, and with a unique dark touch, many of them with trains of black humor, and signified by the main role of misfit characters and heroes easily identified with their author. Tim is the son of American Jean Burton and Bill Burton, a former baseball player and park worker. As a child, little Burton's world was nourished by comics and old horror and fantasy films, including those starring his great idol Vincent Price, enjoying Roger Corman's adaptations of one of his favorite writers, Edgar Allan Poe. From his youth, he developed a talent for drawing, studying animation at the California Institute of Art. Disney, who had given Burton a scholarship in his second year, was hired in the early 1980s to work as animation for his studio during his early professional years. In 1982, he shot his short Vincent, 1982, an expressionist title and stop-motion animation in which Vincent Price himself appeared as the narrator. That year he adapted for television the tales of Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp in the series Los Cuentos de las Estrellas. In 1984, he appeared on Disney. Frankie Winnie, 1984, a dark humor history that tells in black and white the stories of a young man named Victor, who after losing his dog in a traffic accident decides to revive him in the styles of Frankenstein. The Great Pee-wee Adventure, 1985, was the first adventure film directed by Tim Burton. The Great Adventures of Pee-wee shows the visual producer of its director and the protagonist of a character with the music of Danny Elfman, a composer who collaborated on almost all of Burton's projects. Tim Burton came out of anonymity and began to be regarded for his undeniable ability to construct unique stories.
Batman 1989 adaptation of the famous comic created by Bob Kane became his highest-grossing title. The film displays part of the particularity of its author in the treatment of the characters and especially in the aesthetic and atmospheric creation, with a gloomy gothic appearance. The same year as the premiere of Batman, Tim married the painter Lena Hisek, whom he divorced in 1992. It began with one of his best works and one of his most personal works, Edward Scissorhands, 1919. A fantastic story of great beauty and sensitivity that brings together many of the artistic and cultural contrasts of its author. It starred Johnny Depp, a regular face in his upcoming movies. In 1996, he returned to work with Select the Produce, James and the Hagen Pitch, an adaptation of the Will-Not, backed by Roald Dahl, and shot Mars Attack screen and science fiction comedy. 3 years later, he released Sleepy Hollow in 1999. Other of his films are Dark Shadow 2012 and Big Ace 2014, a film that biography the marriage of painter formed by Warner and Margaret Quinn.
Elements that characterize a Tim Burton movie. Mix between fantasy and reality. It is common to observe in all Burton films worlds in which it is difficult to identify fantasy from reality. Gothic worlds. We can often see Gothic places on his tapes, whether they are castles or large mansions. Contrast between society. Burton highlights the difference between societies, on the one hand the normal, and the other the strangers.